Welcome back to the conversation. My name is Benjamin Dixon, once again, filling in, the host of the Benjamin Dixon Show. You can check it out here on YouTube at any time. I am joined by the founder and president of Really American, the Really American PAC, Justin Horowitz. They have made phenomenal advertisements, campaigns, billboards across the country. And right now they're doing a lot of work in the state of Georgia to help turn that state blue for the Senate races. Justin, thanks for joining me, man.
Thanks for having me on, Ben.
Pleasure is mine. Now, full transparency, I am a senior advisor for the Really American PAC. And you and I, Justin, we've known each other for many years and we've done work together before. And I'm sure we're gonna do even more work together going forward. I want the audience to know that so that they can filter all my questions through that lens. But man, listen, you guys are doing some really great work. First of all, tell us about Really American and the campaign that you have going on in Georgia right now.
Well, we're doing a number of things in Georgia. We're funding local organizers with direct cash grants. We're running ads on TV and digital, and then we're also running a pretty aggressive billboard campaign across the state. We've got some in the Atlanta area in heavy populated highway areas, but our big push is going to be rural Georgia in counties that actually went for Trump in numbers 70% and up.
Now, during the general election, you all ran a lot of ads on social media. I think you had some ads in Ohio as well on actual television or radio. But you have been putting in a direct challenge, in my best estimation, to organizations like the Lincoln Project. You are a progressive. I can vouch for that, right? You've been in this space for a very long time. Would you just, and I know this is not about the Lincoln Project, but your work really, and the work of Really American, really juxtaposed next to the Lincoln Project. I think it's important for us to briefly have that conversation. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think we're a lot more grassroots than the Lincoln Project. We also understand the importance of digital advertising in a way that I don't think they necessarily do, or at least they don't divert resources into digital the way we do. We're not huge on TV advertising. We do go on TV when Facebook is down, like Facebook is down right now. They're not allowing any political advertising. But we are a somewhat scrappy group of activists and organizers who kind of came together and did this. Whereas they're a kind of top-down organization with donors who give $1 million. Our average donation is $27. We've got tens of thousands of them, and yeah, I guess that's the real differentiation. We're very digital focused, and we're a collective of organizers.
And you're also progressive, right? You're also fight for things that we believe in, like Medicare for all, the Green New Deal. Like Really American as a PAC has an agenda that goes far beyond in terms of what we normally see from these groups like the Lincoln Project. You all actually are pushing for a progressive agenda in addition to the work that you're doing in Georgia, which we're gonna get to right now. I wanna pull up on the screen this first billboard that you all have in Georgia in the Atlanta area, and it is causing a stir. The billboard itself says Perdue/Leffler didn't deliver for Trump, don't deliver for them. A little bit of art of war in the technique there. Tell me about the motivation behind that billboard.
Well, honestly, everything we're doing here is just telling the truth. The fact is, Perdue and Leffler did not deliver a victory for Trump, and Donald Trump will become the only Republican in a generation to lose the state of Georgia if Perdue and Leffler win, and that will be a serious blow to Trump's movement. So all we're basically saying is that in this rare twist of fate, the hardest core Trump supporters who want to see Trump live on have an interest in Perdue and Leffler losing, and the only people trying to conceal that are Leffler, Perdue, and Mitch McConnell, because they want to destroy Trump but keep his supporters. And frankly, that presents us with an opportunity to simply tell the truth to Trump supporters. Look, they're trying to take out your guy. They didn't deliver a victory for Trump, and now you shouldn't deliver one for them. And that's what Trump's closest people are saying too. Right. Lin Wood wouldn't go out there and say these things if Trump didn't want him to.
And that was the thing, like you actually were ahead of the curve with this advertising, because immediately after your billboards came out, we saw all across Georgia and across the country, quite frankly, Republicans tearing each other apart because of those who are supporting Donald Trump's attempt to take over, an attempted coup basically, and those who are trying to get back to quote unquote normal. You had your pulse on the issue, your finger on the pulse, right? You knew that there was going to be a scrap in that breakdown of the Republican Party. But why is a progressive organization fueling the flames of a conservative infighting?
Well, I don't see it that way. I see it as a truth-telling mission, and that's what we are on, is a truth-telling mission. And it's a mission to win this election. And the fact is, Georgia is not a blue state. As much as everybody likes to talk about, oh, Georgia's this blue state, it's gone blue once now. I understand that there are a variety of reasons, and that Stacey Abrams really did win that election for governor, but it's still a conservative state. And our base and their base will determine the outcome of this election. So I look at this as a truth-telling mission. We're there to inform voters of the reality of the situation, and we happen to have a shared interest in this case.
And full transparency, again, I'm asking the questions because I want to have the robust conversation. But I saw the ad, the billboard, before you put it up, and I loved it. So keep doing what you're doing, because they definitely have been doing that, and even more insidiously to progressives for years. And I'm all about fighting fire with fire, which brings me to the second billboard that I want to pull up on the screen for everyone to see. And this is also, now I don't know if this one has been out yet, but this is the newest one, saying Perdue and Leffler got rich, Georgians got sick. And that resonates with me because of the information that Perdue and Leffler traded on, insider information, and left Georgians unprotected from the COVID-19. Tell me a little bit about that particular billboard.
Well, yeah, that one's pretty straightforward. That's going to go in populated areas around Atlanta, kind of separate from our rural strategy. But that's exactly right. These people are insider traders. Honestly, at first I thought Kelly Loeffler, it couldn't get much worse than that. And every day we're finding out that David Perdue has basically traded on inside information with companies that his committees have given contracts to, every committee he has sat on. So yeah, they got filthy rich while they opposed relief for Georgians. And now Georgians and Georgian small businesses and families are suffering. They want to take your healthcare away. They want to oppose stimulus. It's frankly disgraceful, and the people of Georgia deserve better.
Tell everybody a little bit more about Really American in terms of its mission, its goal, the future beyond Georgia, including Georgia. And then I want you to tell them how they can get involved and help out with what you're working on.
Sure. So what we started out as was simple. We were just creating ads on Twitter, attack ads against Trump, trying to change the narrative on Twitter, make things trend as just a concept. And that has morphed into, a lot of success in that area. So we've been able to, what I think is, control the narrative or help shape the narrative on social media platforms. And I think that's underestimated and underutilized amongst Democrats. The Republicans totally understand the power of digital media, social media, and that's where the Democrats don't. So that's kind of how we got started. Moving forward, we have a ton of big plans. We're going to dive into a little more of the media space, something to counteract the disinformation machine that exists on the right. But we're pretty singularly focused on Georgia for the time being. These next 6 weeks will decide the fate of this country in no uncertain terms.
What's some of the feedback that you've gotten in terms of your work, particularly as it pertains to the race in Georgia? Are people excited about your work? Do people feel like they can trust your work now, Really American's work, because of the campaign? What are you seeing in terms of the people's sentiment towards Really American?
A lot of it's very positive. The right wing has been vicious. The Georgia Republican Party has now issued 3 statements attacking us. The third one attacking me personally. The Georgia GOP chairman has been attacking me personally on Twitter now. The Georgia GOP press secretary has issued 2 statements. Fox News and Breitbart are attacking us as deceitful or manipulative. But if you actually look at the comment sections on Breitbart or Fox News or any of these right-wing organizations that attack us, they're largely agreeing with us because, like I said, we are on a truth-telling mission. If that happens to divide them up or have them stay home, that's really not our prerogative. Our prerogative is to tell the truth and see what the coalitions we can build. It's an unlikely one, right? It's not with people that we thought we'd ever see. We have a shared interest in. But seeing Perdue and Leffler lose, they are insiders. They are not part of this movement. They're trying to destroy the president, and it would really be stupid on our end not to let Georgian voters know the truth.
I absolutely love it. And best wishes to you and everything that you're doing and all the efforts that you all are putting into Georgia to help turn that state blue for real. Justin, tell everyone how they can support you and where they can find out more about Really American.
You can go to reallyamerican.com and support, any of the work we're doing. Like I said, we're funding local organizers in Georgia. We're doing TV and digital ads, which are up on our website. And we're erecting over 50 billboards across the state of Georgia. So once again, reallyamerican.com, or if you want to go on Twitter at reallyamerican1. So thanks again.
Thanks so much for joining us, Justin Horowitz, founder and president of Really American. Thanks so much for all your work, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.